What's up everybody, it's Lance from Tribe with another one of our stretch LJ builds. This customer wanted a V8, a 10-speed, an Atlas transfer case, 42s, room for 4, the ability to drive it down the highway, and killer off-road performance. We started out with a stock LJ. It was flame red like the TJs and LJs were of that time. We stripped it all down to the frame, took the whole body apart. We did our modifications, and then our friends over at L7 put a whole color change on this to the Firecracker Red, like the new JLs and JTs. Up here on the front, we got a Poison Spider bumper with a Warn 10S installed in it. We've got a Factory 55 E-Link on there. We've got an air chuck that's attached to the ARB dual air compressor for airing up tires or running air tools on the trail. All right, we started with the L87. It's attached to the GM 10-speed and the Atlas transfer case. We got our Hydro Boost brakes. We got our external reservoir for the PSC steering and for the brakes. Our dual ARB air compressor, which is controlling the ARB lockers in the front and rear axles, and for air up duty. We had to make this custom overflow jug to make some room for our big dual fan radiator setup that we use the brushless Spall fans in, and we kept all of the engine and transmission management duties together with the SpearTech harness. The front suspension is a 3-link and the rear is a triangulated 4-link, and we used Fox 2.5 coilovers with DSCs wrapped them with magnitude springs. There's 2 old Fox air bumps. We got upper and lower control arms from Wide Open Design. All that's attached to a Spider-Trax 4.0 Pro housing and knuckles, 40 spline axle shafts, and ARBs front and back. We had our friend Stan at Brannick machine us some custom hubs so we could use a Yukon lockout. We got PSC cylinder assist steering, turn these big old meats, and we got Willard 6-piston brakes to stop them. The third members on this are Gearworks 10.5s, high pinions front and rear with their ARB locker. The customer spec'd out this Firecracker Red and this Highland Bronze. We accented it throughout the entire vehicle and it turned out amazing. On the Trail Readies, we did the Highland Bronze with the black ring on these big old 42s, and it's an amazing color combination. Here on the interior, to keep everybody safe, we used the Tribe add-on cage for the LJ. We got our custom PRP Enduro seats, PRP harnesses, front and back. We have this custom console. We integrated a ZL1 shifter and custom shift boot. Matches the steering wheel. We got Alpine 7-inch. That way you got a good, nice big screen so you can see the front and rear rock cameras. 8-circuit Switch Pro in here. It's running the air lockers, running the compressors, running the in and out for the winch, some extra lights. Got our Kenwood race radio mounted in the custom console. Carolina Metal Masters grab handle with big ram bar mounts because this customer has a large GPS. To get all the gauges that we wanted in our gauge cluster, we used an entire set of ProComp ultralights from Autometer and this bezel that they pre-make that's specifically made to fit the TJs and LJs. So on this cage, we left a lot of the stock cage because the stock cage is actually really pretty beefy. But we came in, replaced all of this front part with much stronger material, made it so all of the stock soft tops would fit. That was a concern for this customer. He wanted to always be able to put stock LJ stuff he could buy off the shelf back on it. So we came back in here, made the A-pillar where it goes all the way down, attaches to the frame, added some handles, added some intrusion bars, totally tied it together in the top. Same thing here in the B-pillar. Tied this all together, attached it back here, added a bunch more structure to the C-pillar bar, brought this bar around to add harness bars for the rear seat, and really came out with a great combination of some aftermarket parts, some original parts, so that this Jeep could be used for whatever the customer wanted to use it for. We used the Genrite high fenders with their carbon fiber hood to get the car down and to get the wheelbase out in front the way we needed to. We used their tracer sliders and their tracer corners to get the rear end out the way we need it to. It backs right up to the Genrite rock crawler tank to get the extended wheelbase that you need for good rock crawling performance. So out back we've got a matching Poison Spider bumper with some rigid insights that we Frenched in there for some extra backup light. We also use these Genrite Matrix tail lamps that have a killer backup light in them in addition to being a brake light and a turn signal. We've got our Alpine backup camera that we're going to use as a rock camera that's set in this integrated license plate frame. Really finishes out nice on the back of this LJ.